Yo, what's good, boys? Today we're going to be talking about how I've dealt with losing streaks and how you can maybe, figure out a way to get out of a losing streak yourself. So today I'm using my phone's quality, which is pretty trash. I'm using just this one app. My new camera's coming in soon, so I'll be using that soon enough. It'll have decent quality, but yeah. So going into the first part of it, we're going to break down the psychological part of it, and then the actual technical part of it and how to possibly fix it. So going into it, um, psychological standpoint. So when you're going through a losing streak, and I currently am right now, you need to constantly go into the day, the trading day, with a reset scoreboard. And you've probably heard of this before from many other traders, and I have implemented it into my trading as a beginner, and it's helped me a lot. Just continuing to stay positive even if I'm going through a losing streak. The past, even if you're winning, you shouldn't be overconfident today. Or if you lost yesterday, you shouldn't have been fearful today. It's the same thing. Like the past is the past, the now is now. You can't let that affect you because it is no longer. So that's the way I view it, and that has helped me a lot going into each day being just positive, because you never know when your losing streak can end. It can end tomorrow. It can end next week. It doesn't matter, because as long as you are sticking to your plan, and I've talked about this last video, as long as you're sticking to your plan every single day, and you are following your model, following your risk management, and you're not over trading or anything like that, you're following all your rules, you're chilling. So like that's how I've dealt with losing trades and all that. It doesn't have to be a streak or not. Like it doesn't have to be a streak, but just straight up losing trades. That's how I deal with it. Is that over time I know a year, 2 years from now, I will be profitable. I'll be making consistent money from this because I have stuck to the process, unlike a lot of traders have done, and that's why I've gotten so far. 8 months in, I have learned an insane amount, and because I haven't let all these psychological issues that a lot of people have starting off when trading. I haven't dealt with them because I've I just went into trading just not even thinking about that. I've always thought about the technical side because I've never feared that I would overtrade. I would lose myself, and I wouldn't be able to control my emotions and just overtrade and just blow my account like that. I've taken a very solid approach to the things, and I've just learned that even if I do have a good psychology, that doesn't mean I'm a past account. I still need to get good with my um, you know my technical side. So yeah, a big thing with me is I overcomplicate, and I guess you can say that that's a bit of a psychological issue as well. But yeah, so I overcomplicate everything. I don't know if many of y'all do that as well. I think when you do start off at trading, you learn so much, especially if you're in ICT. I don't know about retail concepts. You probably do as well. But when you're starting with ICT, you learn a lot of concepts at the beginning. I think ICT, he has 81 models that he can actually trade. Um, but you need to go, if you're going into ICT, you need to learn everything. You need to learn all the concepts, and once you do that, you can go through all your notes that you've made, and you can figure out which one you want to use, which concepts you want to use. And I only recommend maybe two or three concepts, and that's what I use. I've tried to keep it very simple, but IFEG, SMT, and standard deviations, and I've kept it that way for months, and it has really helped me out in that sense. But learning new things, whether it's online, whether it's Twitter, all of y'all are on Twitter, watching traders and all that. Twitter, YouTube, Discord, and I've struggled with this. I had to leave a lot of Discords because I was in a lot of different ICT Discords, and even though they did help me sometimes, it would affect me because I would look at the server owners, and they were all doing their trades, but they wouldn't have the same model as me. And I would start using some of their concepts that they were using from ICT, maybe order blocks, maybe breaker blocks. And the problem with that is that when I go into the market the next day, I'm not only looking for my model, which is the SMT, IFEG, and standard deviations, all those used. I'm also now looking for order blocks. I'm now looking for breaker blocks. I'm now looking for, on and on and on. And the problem with that is that I don't have a clear mind anymore, right? And that's the way I look at it because I can tell when I'm in those trades, or when I'm even before the trades, I'm over analyzing so much that I'm one PD array is telling me that I'm bullish, and one PD array is telling me that I'm bearish, and it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I just can't. I can't do that, bro. I'm literally gonna die by the age of 60 if I do that from a heart attack. Because it makes it so stressful, and I need to learn to back off and just simplify everything. So yeah, now we could talk about the technical side of a losing streak, and it's helped me out a lot as well. I was talking about monk mode last video, but monk mode is pretty much where you go on a it's kind of like a fast for a certain period of time. And right now I'm doing 30 days, and I've done multiple where I've done like a week or two, and it's really helped me out, especially in the beginning. Learning these different things, these different concepts. You need to do this. You need to devote a lot of time, specific times of the day. You need to schedule your life. You need to make a calendar for when you're going to do each thing, and especially when you're on monk mode. And that's what I've done. I literally, I can't pull up my thing right now, but I literally work and do my trading. I literally look at charts for at least 6 to 7 hours a day during this monk mode. Usually I look at them for about 4 to 5 hours a day, but monk mode, 6 to 7. 4 of them is really locked in, focusing only on the charts at that specific time, no distractions or anything. The other 3 or 4 is typically live trading, and I try to stay not distracted during that period of time. But I might listen to music and stuff like that. But so now with this 6 to 7 hours I have a day that I've devoted to trading, I can now, instead of I used to hop on calls a lot talking to my trading friends and all that stuff, and that is great and everything, but it is a distraction. It is a distraction from you getting work done, because at the end of the day, what is going to make you money in trading? Talking to your friends about trading and talking to your friends about psychology, yeah, that might help a little bit, but you need to minimize that, and you need to spend more time doing the thing that'll actually make you money, right? Which is trading. And so I figured out, I do Pomodoro, I think it's called, and no, it's Pomodoro, and it's a method where you do 25 minutes focusing on one specific task, whether that's backtesting or whatever, and this can apply to anything, right? Pomodoro is 25 minutes, and then with no other distractions. And then after that, you do 5 minutes of a break, and then 25 minutes again, and then 5 minutes break, and then cycle that over and over and over again. So that's what I've done to, maximize my time on the charts. And, a common problem that I had, one of my friends has always told me, like when I take a loss or something like that, he says to sometimes like that just happens to your model. And I understand that, but, there's always something to learn. And I'm still trying to get this into his head. And I think he's starting to understand it. There's always just something to learn, all right? It doesn't matter if you lost because of your model. And it kind of applied to the same thing, because he was always talking about he has so much data already. He's been trading for a year. He doesn't need any more data. And that is absolutely false, okay? If you're going through a losing streak, you need to be collecting data. You need to be collecting data before the losing streak, all right? You need to be collecting data all the time. But especially when you're going through that losing streak, you need to be collecting data, right? You need to be figuring out why you're losing that trade, okay? And then if you can go into back testing and you can figure out different ways that you can look at price action that can maybe help you out, get out of that losing streak, because you're not in that losing streak for no reason. Yeah, sometimes you might go on a 3 or 4 or 5 day losing streak, because that just happens. The best of the best have that happen to them, and that's completely understandable. But if you're going through a losing streak of maybe 10 to 15 trades, not even 10 to 15, maybe 8 to 10 or even higher than that, you are doing something wrong, right? And that's what I've learned, because for a while I was pushing it off, because he was like, well, you have so much data already, you just have to let time do its thing. And I was talking about this a couple of videos ago, just letting time do its thing. Yes, that is 100% true, but at the same time, you need to not be, you can't make that an excuse for you to not do more work. I was still doing a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but I could have been doing way more, right? So, you need to constantly be collecting data, and that's, what monk mode does. It cuts out all the distractions, no games, no TV, no social media, just doing your work and, going to the gym, all that stuff, eating healthy, just clears your mind, right? And it opens up so much time for you to be able to actually go into your model and just back test and figure out what you may be doing wrong. And so that has helped me out a lot. And that mindset shift has helped me out a lot, because in these past, I think it's like day 6 or 7 right now. I'm doing 30 days. So yeah, so far day 6 or 7, I've gotten so much data from back testing and from just looking at price action, recording different types of things that I've had questions about. Not even about my model, but about like just price action in general, understanding high time from order flow, all that stuff. But yeah, so simply put, don't overcomplicate your trading. I don't know how many of you are struggling with this right now, but you need to dumb it down a lot. You need to pick a few concepts and really just stick to that. And yeah, that is very crucial, as well as you cannot let it losses play a very big toll on your performance. You can't be thinking constantly about yesterday. Okay, I lost this yesterday. I'm probably going to lose again today. You can't go into the day like that. You got to go into the day knowing, okay, I might have lost yesterday, and I figured out why I lost because I collected data. I did that technical part, and I collected the data, and I figured out maybe why I lost that trade. It didn't happen because the market just fell like it. There was a reason why you lost that trade, whether it was psychological or technical. And you can go into that next day remembering what you might have done wrong, and instead of looking at that as a bad thing, you can take that as a positive thing and figure out what you did wrong that day and apply the opposite the next day, right? So I don't know if that really made sense, but basically, okay, so if you made a mistake yesterday and you want to improve upon that, don't make that mistake the next day. It's as simple as that. That, and yeah, just collect data. It's really that simple. You just need to collect data and get yourself out of that losing streak. And right now, I'm just continually working on simplifying my model even more and more, because I'm slowly the overcomplication is slowly creeping back in again, and I'm trying to get myself out of that. So, I'm trying to look for obvious inversions, obvious SMTs, obvious draws on liquidity, and overall that'll help you. You don't want to look for trashy setups. That's what overcomplicating leads to. So, again, this video is everywhere. I'm still trying to get used to structuring these videos, getting used to talking to the camera. So yeah, if y'all found this video helpful today, you can drop a like and subscribe. I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but now I'm trying to make some growth, man. Trying to help some people, reach out to people. And I do have my Discord, Kaizen, in the bio. I'll drop that down there if any of y'all want to join in there. I will not be in there for probably another 25 or so days. And same with my other friend Phoenix, which is the me and him are both the creators of the Discord. And but yeah, we got a lot of other guys in there that are pretty chill, that can help you out if you do have any questions, whether on ICT or retail or whatever. So yeah, I'll drop that in the bio. Hope y'all found some helpful tips in here today, and found this video just overall helpful. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.